What's going on YouTube? It is your boy Chris back again with another video for you guys today. In this video I want to kind of discuss Thursday flipping and some of the things you guys could be looking at, all things around Thursday flipping, how you guys can make some coins by investing this week. Obviously there is always talk of a middle icon SBC, and quite frankly I don't think it's going to be happening this year. I've kind of been on record the last week or so stating that's probably not going to happen. Or if it is going to happen, it's going to be at a time that EA is going to do it on their own terms. It's not going to be on our terms. And I don't know how far down these fodder cards can go, but EA are prepared to outweigh the community pretty much, because I know a lot of people are invested in these fodder cards. So we'll see what happens on that. I particularly don't think it's going to happen now, because if you think about when the leak was, it was about 2 months ago when the season first started. That was probably for the middle icon swap. And what ends up happening now is, like, middle icons back then were way more expensive than middle icons now. The majority, and I'd say about 90% of the middle icons are really, really cheap at the moment. Like, sub 500k players. So, in my opinion, unless they're going to price the SBC at like 4 or 450k, it really wouldn't make sense for the community to do the SBC, because, I mean, you're not packing like one of the 10 players that are above 1 million coins. It's just, it doesn't really work like that. So I don't know how they would price it and everything. That's why I just don't think they're going to release it. I just think it's one of those things like, you know, Flashback Zlatan or, you know, Funmas Jesus. Like, any of those kind of things that got leaked a little bit possibly is not going to happen anymore, because it did get leaked. And EA are going to pretty much outweigh people when it comes to fodder investing. So, a few things you guys can look at for Thursday flipping this week. And I think the market's going to have a general rise into Thursday. Now, a big concern, in my opinion, is we are seeing like a downturn on the market a little bit every single day. And I feel like that's because people have stopped playing the game. So, demand for a lot of these meta cards are dropping. But if you guys keep seeing that trend, so if you see that today on the Monday, these cards are a little bit lower than they were on Sunday, and then if you see tomorrow on the Tuesday, prices are a little bit cheaper on Tuesday to Monday, I would then wait till Wednesday to buy some of these players that I'm going to mention to you guys, specifically icons as well. And we got to talk about a lot of stuff, because there's going to be a lot of good looks, I think, this week for Thursday flipping. One thing that really worked for me last week was Heung-min Son. I bought about 10 of him for about 154 and under. I sold them all for about 175 plus. That is the bonus of buying a card that is meta, in demand, and out of packs. And that's kind of what happens sometimes when that happens. So, there's a similar situation that could go on this week with a very meta goalie and a newly signed player for a different club. And I'm going to mention that right now. So, the first thing I want to look at is this Bruno Fernandes. Now, if he does, and he is rumored to be in the team of the week. Now, if this does happen, then this card is going to either stay extinct or they're going to update the price range. If you can get one at 24k, he's held this for about a week and a half now. You guys should probably buy that, because I think it is going to get a price range increase, and it should go up because there's so much demand from the United fans. Plus, he'll be out of packs for a whole week, and he wasn't in packs for pretty much the whole year. So, there's not much supply on this card at all. So, this would be something I would look at. Another thing I would look at, guys, is this Ter Stegen card. Now, Ter Stegen is obviously one of the best goalies in the game, so people are still going to use this card. Now, apparently, it depends on Ter Stegen or Messi, right? Everyone keeps saying that Messi's going to get in. I'm not so sure, because he does have a shapeshift, this card. I don't know if they're going to take it out of packs, possibly. We will see. But Ter Stegen, regardless, under 40k, if he does go out of packs, is a buy, in my opinion. It is someone you want to be looking at to buy. He would go up a good 5,000-6,000 coins, because people still do use him in this game, and he'll be out of packs. So, kind of like a similar situation in the Sun, he will probably go up. Now, past special cards. Now, what we did see from the Future Stars last week is we did actually see some of them do good on the Thursday, even a week after they were out of packs. So, in my opinion, I would stay away from cards that have a little bit of demand from the Shapeshifters team in the same position or the same nationality. So, like, for example, maybe not, you know, maybe not getting right backs from Serie A because we have this guy who potentially could get packed on Thursday with marquee matchups and FUT Champs rewards. Maybe you kind of like stay a little cautious with, left backs from, left backs from France, or just something along those lines. Maybe center backs from Serie A. Like, just kind of make sure that some of the players that you're seeing here, they could become a little bit more affordable. Does that mean that you can't really go invest in like a Roberto Firmino? No, you can invest in Roberto Firmino. Just make sure you're buying at a price that is low on his fluctuations. So if I was to go and look at Firmino right now, and I'm particularly looking at the inform, who has dropped since Morris has been there. He's about 208k. Now, you see how he's been dipping since the Friday, 223. He's now down at 207. Maybe you see this card sub 200. Because you see him sell at like 205, 210, 209. So you're already like kind of breaking even the card. And all it takes is for him to kind of, go to 230 for you to make a, in like a profit pretty much. If you see this keep dropping, then Wednesday is going to be your buy, like I said earlier in the video. Back to future stars, I could see this Mason Mount doing okay. It all depends on that Mahrez price. This is what's really affecting him. If this goes sub 300k, then this is going to keep dropping with it. Because what's going to happen is these people are going to want to use the newer cards first. So this is going to be a card that is going to be, number one in priority for people. So center attacking mids from the Prem could go down like Mason Mount. So if you do see this card keep dropping, it could see a little bit of a rebound on Thursday. I like Emerson still. I like him as an investment. He went up to about 205. And he did go down a little bit this past weekend. So in my opinion, he hits a high of about 187, 184. I would look around that 175 and under range for this Emerson. He does really, really well on Thursdays. And I don't think there's anything that's going to be a right back coming into Team of the Week for La Liga. So I'll definitely look at Emerson in my opinion. I would still look at Kamara because I know Adrissa is like 34k, but it shows you why he's 34k because I don't think a lot of people want to use him. So that tells me that if that's the case, and you can see the difference between Kongdobia and Adrissa, right? Adrissa probably doesn't have the characteristics to be a center back, which is why people are probably not liking him, or they're just not interested in using him, even though he is a PSG center back. This card also does get French links, so he is a French center back. If you're looking here, possibly you look at about 153, 152, because he hits that 164 right there. So I would say around there is what you want to be looking at for Kamara. I still like Quebec at like 180, 175. I still like that. Moving on to the other future star team, right? No, that's the one I just used, which is the one that I haven't used yet. So this one right here, I like Sar. If you get him at like the 270, he does fluctuate around there. This Palacios is interesting because he's dropped a ton with Kimmich, and I know a lot of people are going to do Kimmich, but I wouldn't be surprised if this card did rebound a little bit because of how good his stats are. So be careful with this card. See if you can find him at like 170 and under. That could be a good look for him. I like Lodi. I love Lodi for this week. 215, 210, somewhere around there. I really, really do like this price. He's even up from where he was today. He's at his peak at the moment. So definitely try to get him at like 215 and under. Just to be safe on him because he does hit about 223 most of the day. Definitely look at this Tomori card. Anything else here? Hudson-Odoi has been dropping like he's been dropping like crazy recently. He's about 285. This Olmo card's actually down again. Okay, and this might be down because of his name Kynes, right? It looks decent. I still like this because he is Spanish, and I think a lot of people still want to use him. He had a high of 165 overnight. I would say like 150 and under probably is the buy price for this card. Definitely take a look at that if I were you guys. Malin, even going lower, I would look at him. I look at Ikone at 220. I look at Tielemans at like under 255. I think that'll be really good as well. So definitely take a look at the feature stars, guys. They definitely could keep going up in price. I like some of the winter refresh cards. I do like Van Aanholt. He is a very, very good left back, and it seems like he keeps rising. I would definitely monitor this guy's price. 125, 130 if you could find him at that. And I like Florenzi as well, and I like Cunha. I like all three of those cards for Thursday flipping this week. Florenzi at 130 and Cunha for like 220 would be probably my ideal prices for them. Icons. Now, the ones that are going to do the best, and the ones I want you to stay away from, are the players that are out of packs. So babies and middle cards are out of packs right now, and they're going to be out of packs for the rest of the year. Those are the cards that have the most rebounds or like the highest return on investment, because they're cheaper and they're more affordable for people, and they're out of packs. So there's no supply of them coming onto the market. So what's happening with the primes and the prime moments right now is every single rewards day, it seems like primes and prime moments keep dropping in price because they are the only ones in packs. Now, I expect that to keep happening until their price is correct, pretty much. Until they settle down. Like, for example, if you saw last week, on Thursday, prime moments Haji. If we look here, he's about 124 right now. But if you look at like where he was on Wednesday, he was 183. He goes all the way down to 16. But this is counting before rewards and after. So he went even lower. Like any kind of pack supply, these moments keep dropping. So I would not buy them yet. I would definitely not buy it. Okay. I would stay away from primes and prime moments if you're going to be flipping icons for Thursday. Look at the ones that are most used. Look at the ones that go up regularly on Thursdays. I would really take a look at a lot of these babies, a lot of these middles, because I know a lot of people want to, you know, if there's new cards that don't get straw links to each other, they use icons to kind of link both of them in the team. So icons that are affordable are still valuable in my opinion. So definitely take a look at that. Now, obviously, a lot of the team of the weeks and the past informs and stuff like that are based on what team of the week is coming this week. So maybe we get Messi, maybe we get Bruno Fernandes. If we see a Bruno Fernandes, what you could see is you could probably see center attacking mids from the Prem probably drop in price, the team of the week ones. So just be careful of that. But in any case, I mean, just based off of this, like I love that Firmino. Okay, I like this Sancho. Okay, I like Di Maria as well. Like for 42, 41k, I don't think that's not a bad buy. I like this Hugo Lloris at like 62, 63. Because he is a French goalkeeper, he gets links to other French players. Look at some of these headliner cards. You can look at like Kappa, Tagliafico, because he has his upgrade now. Madison possibly could be a good one. Digne. I know I sold Digne. I bought him at 160 and I sold him at 185 on Thursday this week. So maybe like 145 and under for that. Digne is pretty good. Delaney under like 155. Something around there is probably good for some of those headliners. For the first team, I would probably be looking at who would be a good investment. Maybe Vardy. Vardy potentially could be one. That would be really it for me. Maybe Saul could do well. And just kind of go through some of the team leagues. Like this Holland card is obviously down because of his man of the match card, right? So if we look at this man of the match, right? His card is 258. Now, I think this is a buy at under 250. I think this is a card that will go up out of packs. They're probably going to be going out of packs tonight or tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this video. So I would buy this under 250, and probably after rewards Thursday, you're going to see this card probably 285, 290. I think with the lack of supply that this card does have, and if I can show you on the PS real quick, if I show you really quickly here, if I can find him, this Holland card, he doesn't have much supply. So let's see if we can find like 220 to like 270. I don't think I'll see much. Okay, there's 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is during the day, by the way. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, there's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25. About like 35 players pretty much till 275 pretty much. Now, this is probably going to get bought. It did. Again, when you're looking at a lot of these players for Thursday flipping, you want to be looking at hunters and shadows. Hunters on the forwards and the center attacking mids, and the defenders and the CDMs with the shadow. They help a lot, trust me, especially buying players that are out of packs possibly. It helps a ton in my opinion. So I would definitely take a look at a lot of the gold cards as well. Like Conte, I think is still going to do well. I still think that like your Sons, your Manes, Pogba's, they still have room. Varane's as well do have room to go up in price. So I would definitely take a look at that as well. When it comes to that kind of stuff, make sure you're probably buying about 3 to 4k under the current price. I would also say that we potentially could get UCL marquee matchups this week for the second round of UCL games. If that is the case, then you will see some gold supply come onto the market. That will be the time to buy the gold meta cards, because they still do rise in price for Thursdays. And if you get them on the Wednesday or the Tuesday, you'll get them at a better price than you would when there's no supply coming in. So definitely look at the golds, look at some of the informs. Team of the Year nominees still hold value. Like Allison still holds value. Aguero did really well for me this past weekend, so let me show you really quickly. I bought 2 at like 143, and I sold them both for 163. So he's currently 176, so he's starting to really rebound when he got panic sold. And maybe there's some dumb panic that goes on the market. Like, for example, the Sun Team Louis card came out, who's a striker. Did this card drop because of that? Maybe you could, like, there was a case to be made, because if you look at where he was on Wednesday, he went down like 8 or 9K, like on the average listing price, but he went down like to 140s. So that was a really good price. A team of the week that I would also take a look at is this Ricardo Pereira. I like this card a lot for a Thursday flip. He is currently 140 at the moment. Low 130s is going to be your buy price here. And I would also take a look at the informs for Man United, because Bruno Fernandes is going to be like 200k because of how many people want to use that card. Now, cards that link with him could go up this week. I'm not a big fan of link investments, but I do think some of these cards may go up a little bit. And I might buy pre-Wednesday, because I think Martial, who is down in price at the moment, if you get him at like 140, and if you also get like Rashford, these cards definitely could get Sterlings to Bruno. So I would definitely look at these. I really would. 150 for this Rashford here. He hits highs of like 155, 158. Goes all the way down to even 135 at a point today. So look at that stuff, man. There's a lot of stuff to kind of take in there, but I would really take a look at a lot of that, because I think it does help you guys out with what to look at for Thursday flipping. It's been a long enough video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Make sure to do drop a like while you're here. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll talk to you guys in a video soon. Peace out.